So I've got an LG washing machine here. It's probably about 8 years old. It won't actually turn on at all. It did a wash and then I went to it halfway through and it was stopped and I thought it had finished. But I opened the door and the clothes are still damp and the machine wouldn't turn on again. I tried all the things online about holding down the power, turning it off of the mains, holding down the power button for 5 seconds and the play button for 5 seconds to turn it back on. Nothing works. It just won't go on. So it looks like something's blown inside. I checked the power connection. I put a light into that. It's fine. So I've just opened the top up and I found on this power board here, where the power cable comes in, there's a fuse. There's a fuse just there. That's fuse. I had my multimeter on it, and it has continuity, so that's okay. Now, probably it's the PCB. That's what seems to be going on online. Everyone's talking about PCBs going. Machine's about 8 years old, so I can't find a PCB at the top here. All the online videos talk about PCB being in the top of the machine, but they didn't have this specific make, and they're all American. This machine's in Australia. So I'm going to now tip the machine over and see what's underneath. Maybe the control board's under there, or maybe the control board's part of the display board now. Need to do some investigation. It seems there's another model of this machine, maybe a slightly older one, which had the control board at the back here, and there's also a bar going across, a bracing bar going across, but this one doesn't have. So now I'm going to tip it up and have a look. It turns out you don't need to tip it over. Basically, you just take the bottom cover off here. There's 2 screws inside here, taken out, 2 white screws on my one. Obviously, you take this hose, unclip it, and you just pull the cover off. It's clipped, and on the other side there's no screws holding it. And then what we have, that could be a control board there, in that box. Alright. Could be a control board in there. Nice. Right. So the control board's really tightly in there. I just undid screw the 2 screws and this clip, this cable tie, and then push it along. You can use a flat blade screwdriver to ease it out. Off the hooks, and then lots of cables at the back. Alright, so this probably is the control board. There's lots of cables going to it, so I'm going to try and take it out of its box to have a look. There may be an LED on there. There's some online stuff about this where it can, if the LED is not lit when the power's on, the mains, then the control board may be gone. It's part of the service manual I found. So I'm going to check if I can see the actual board itself. So I'll have to undo this box. So I also want to inspect the damper. So most of these modern washing machines have a damper, which is like the car shock absorber, and I guess it's got some kind of air in there, or hydraulic fluid or something, or oil, and I'm guessing it should actually, I mean, I can push that down. It is responding, but it's on a spring. Probably the damper may have gone as well. This machine, when we got it, it was quite smooth, quite quiet, but over the years it's deteriorated, and probably it's the damper that's gone. So I might replace that as well if I get this PCB. Doesn't look too difficult. So back to the PCB. So control board, PCB, printed circuit board. So I'm gonna, to unscrew all these screws on this, I'm gonna have to probably No, I can't unplug the cables off it. Okay, just gently take it off these cable clips then to loosen it up, because I want to be able to open it and still have it operational, so I can add power to it from the mains. Now, this clip's easy. This one's a cable tie. Now you can reuse it. You can just shove a little screwdriver in there and push the prong back. Or, I mean, if you got, this one's a special one because it's yeah, you want to reuse this cable tie because it's attached into the control box. So I'm just going to gently ease that with a screwdriver. There's a little tag in there. So I've got the screwdriver under the tag. I'll get another screwdriver to ease it off. Use the tag. And it's off. Easy enough when you have 2 hands and 2 screwdrivers. Okay, and then what's around here? Yeah, all the wires going. Okay. So now to unscrew the box. Okay, part of it's off. Oh yeah. And bottom parts. Get off. Alright, the PCB is starting to show its face. I'll have it off in a minute. Right. Nice. So when you buy a new PCB, you only get the PCB, I think, not this box. So the box is off. Lid's off. Now, here we go. And there is the PCB for this high-end LG washing machine. And there's a nice red LED. That may be the one when you apply power, it comes into there. So now I'm going to do some checking around this PCB. Now the service manual does say if washing machine doesn't turn on, and if those reset things don't work for 5 seconds, actually it didn't even say that, it just said if it doesn't turn on power, the mains, and check the PCB light, this red one. So, now I have to turn the mains on, this open. And the mains power is on, and there's no light on the PCB. Easy test. So, I will order a new PCB then. That's it. That's what the service manual says. Okay, going through a service manual found online, which is not for this particular model. It's for WD15030FD something. Anyway, it is similar inside, looking at the manual. So there's a flowchart, and the flowchart for no power. Is a power plug connected? Blah blah blah. Yes. Is a multi-socket used? No. Is the connector connected correctly to the main PCB and a noise filter? So the noise filter is where the power comes in at the top of the machine. So I checked the fuse in there, it was okay. I checked the connections, they're okay. Now the next bit is the red LED on while power is supplied? So on the PCB there is that red LED and it's not coming on. So very simple. No, it's not on. Check and replace the main PCB. Now, if you did have a red LED on, the next bit is about the display PCB. So there's two PCBs. There's one behind the display as well, where the controls are at the top of the machine, and other connections connected correctly to the display PCB. Okay, so that's not my problem. My problem is this: the main PCB is gone. There's two part numbers. One's near the LED, not that one. There's a barcode label, and it's got a part number in there. Okay, so I found the PCB on eBay Australia. It's about $265 plus postage. So you can also try other parts companies as well. So I'll investigate some of those and order it. The whole thing's formally coated, so you can't. So the PCB will come in this case as well. You can't take it out, so you can't really check underneath the PCB to see if anything is damaged actually. Okay, so the new PCB's arrived. Got it from a parts company, and it ends up being it's a refurbished part apparently. So there we go. Same part number, and it has this new part number because it's refurbished apparently. So it comes like this. So it comes already in the plastic case. So I'll now transfer that over to the old one. Take the old one out and just replug this one. And there is no earth wire on the new PCB. There's something in the service manual about that. You just leave it loose, I think.
Really hard to get some of these out. Oh, you push it in, okay. Just push it in, okay. You push these clips in, and then pull, okay. Come out easily then. End up breaking off. You push too hard. Little connections.
So just gently push these plugs have a little groove in them. You can just push the screwdriver into there and push it in gently. And I just pushed it too hard on one, I've broken it off. Old PCB out, new PCB in. That's the one that broke off, but it's still in pretty well. There's no earth wire. It just says keep it loose and just tape it up to something. So there's an earth wire coming off the washing machine. It doesn't go to the PCB. It's really easy to cut yourself on these things in the washing machine. Everything, I've plugged everything in. There's the earth wire. I saw online that you just leave that loose, it doesn't need that. And there's this extra socket on the board which has nothing in it. So now I'm just going to test it. Wow, it works. The light's on the LED and it booted up. Excellent. So I'll put it back together now. Okay, so I just clipped the cover back on. It just clipped on very easily. Then I put these cable tags back on and that cable tie back on. And now I'm going to put this screw in. One screw on the case. Now I'm going to put this back into the machine. Okay. In. Slide it along. And put the two screws in, holding the PCB into the machine chassis. And then put the cover back on. Goes through that hole. So clips back on. And there's two screws that go here. Okay, so I've loaded it up with some clothes. Close the door. Put some liquid in it. Let's see. There you go. Detecting. Normal. Detecting the weight. To see how much water to put in. So it seems to be okay. I'll do a few washes and see if it's all working properly now.